We know that flip turns are the fastest, most efficient turn to use, but why is that the case? Really, it all has to do with the conservation momentum. The flip turn allows for the maximum amount of speed to be conserved going in and out of the wall. This means we want to make sure that our approach is fast. Even in practice, we want to make sure that every turn we go into, we're approaching the wall with some speed. The best place to start the flipping motion is really on an individual case-by-case basis. You need to practice with it and find what spot works the best for you. We want to make sure that our core is engaged and that we're flexing every ab muscle we have in the initiation of the flip turn. And we want to keep that core engaged all the way through the flipping motion. That will help us stay in a tight ball, which will help us get around faster. We want to land on the wall in a jumping or squatting position. This will get us prepared to jump, not push off the wall once our feet hit the wall. For freestyle flip turns, we want to make sure that we are twisting right as we come off the wall to get back to our stomach. And our hands should be in that streamlined position before our feet leave the wall. There are some differences between the backstroke and freestyle flip turn, mainly on the approach and the exit from the wall. On the approach, we need to make sure that we know exactly what our stroke count is so that we can hit our transition strokes and hit the wall at exactly the right distance we want to hit the wall. We want to use that transition stroke, that stroke that's going to help us roll onto our stomach to make sure that we're still accelerating into the wall. And then we want to use our freestyle stroke to make sure that we're carrying all that speed and all that power into our flip. Coming off of the wall, we want to make sure that we're staying on our back and getting into a tight streamline as soon as possible. Having great technique in an open turn is very, very important because the difference between a good open turn and a poor open turn is a drastic difference in terms of speed conserved in the turn. Just like with the backstroke flip turns, I think that knowing our stroke count is really, really important in having a great open turn. However, it is a little different because we want to know our stroke count for the entire 25, not just from the flags in. The ultimate goal in an open turn is to make sure that we're hitting each wall on a complete full stroke. And if we know our stroke count, we can make any adjustments we need 2 or 3 strokes away from the wall. At Missoula Aquatic Club, we teach on open turns that we want to make sure that both hands touch the wall at the same place at the same time. After the touch, we want to make sure that we're engaging that core, and that's going to help us swing our legs up to the wall quickly. We want to try and tuck our legs into a tight ball as we're swinging them up to the wall, just like we do in a flip turn, except this time our flipping motion is opposite. Once we get to the wall, we're going to do a move called elbowing our brother, in which our hands are going to get to that wall and we're going to elbow that brother to start that rotation. And after we've elbowed our brother, we're going to go ahead and call our mother, and that's going to help make sure that both of our hands are going to get into streamline behind our head. I like to make sure when we're talking about the open turn that we emphasize the movement as more of a twisting motion off the wall and not a turn. Coming off the wall using that elbow our brother and call our mother is going to make sure that we're twisting our core around to get our chest pointed more towards the bottom of the pool before we push off the wall. And then the push off the wall is going to help us untwist all the way back onto our stomach.